You're watching Victory Outdoors, proudly presented by Hunter Specialties.
A man once said, "Go west, young man, go west."
Hey folks, Geith with Victory Outdoors, Collin, Mann behind the camera. It's our very first day in Oregon on an elk hunt 2016. It is September 16th and we are pumped. We have 10 days to hunt and up here hunting with good friends JD and Matt Gore. I thank them so much for their hospitality already. It's amazing up here. Iowa boy gets to see the Oregon high desert. It's pretty cool.
First up is good friend of the show, JD Gore. This bull was run off by a much bigger bull. And wouldn't you know it, he steps from JD, but JD has no shot. In no time, another bull makes his way into the guy's setup. And again, the guys are foiled. No shot. The guys stayed on this group of elk and repositioned. Finally, it looked like JD will get his shot. But at last, this bull is just too close. JD has too much in his way to make a good, clean, ethical shot. So many close encounters with so many good bulls, yet nothing to show. Zach and JD were starting to think that maybe they were snake bitten, but their guide, Garrett Morgan, had another location in mind.
Hey folks, Zach Geith from Victory Outdoors. JD Gore here. Collin, Mann's running the camera. We moved to another location here in Oregon. We're gonna give it a try. We're on some BLM land. We got a good friend, Garrett. He's hunted this ground before, so he's kind of escorting us today. So
they packed up their stuff and headed to the next location. Hopefully, this location will have as many good bulls as the last one did. Well, it didn't take them long to find the elk. This bull, however, was not leaving his harem. Guide Garrett Morgan instructed Zach and Collin to make a move. It didn't take long for this move to pay off big time. This bull was coming downhill and in a hurry. Before Zach knew it, he had an 800+ pound bull almost in his lap. Great shot, Zach. As this bull made his way to his final resting place, you can hear a bull in the background screaming. But first, let's take a quick look at Zach Geith's first ever bull elk.
Finally got it done here in Oregon. It's day 7. We have 2 more elk tags to fill. Collin shot a beautiful mule deer the other night, and we can't be any more pleased with the outcome of this trip. JD Gore's really helped us out. He put in a lot of time trying to get us on animals, and we really appreciate it. Garrett, he called this bull in along with a bunch more, and after I shot this one, we had an absolute giant come in 20 feet, and JD couldn't shoot it. But I'll tell you what, I owe it to JD and Garrett, Collin running the camera. We got him, and I thank God for that. Garrett, these are coming.
Now about that monster bull Zach had just mentioned.
Holy
This bull is a behemoth, but unfortunately, Garrett has informed the hunters that they can only take 1 bull off of this property, and Zach has already filled his tags. So at last, they must just watch in the great beauty of this bull. If you're interested in a Northwest Oregon elk hunt, contact Garrett Morgan at the information below. You won't be disappointed. Next up on Victory Outdoors, a few days before Zach killed his elk, Collin had a great spot and stalk hunt on his first ever muley buck.
just center punched him.
Well, here he is, folks. It's my first ever mule deer right here. Zach and I were up in the mountains here. We were hunting for a nice elk, and it didn't quite work out for us. Somebody walked in, but that's the problems you're gonna have. And we were coming down and almost to the truck and looked over and saw a nice mule deer with a younger mule deer. And you know, kind of got a game plan together, worked it out in our heads, and walked down this fence row and cut him off. And sure enough, it kind of worked out. 45-yard shot. And here he is. I could not be more thrilled. My first ever mule deer hunt, first ever velvet, and it's an absolute trophy. So he's definitely going to go to the taxidermist, and he'll be on my wall for sure.
Victory Outdoors is supported by these great companies who are committed to making your next hunt a success. Join us next week for another exciting adventure, and don't forget to check out our online store at victoryoutdoors.tv. Remember to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.